Hello and welcome to the Presero training series. In this lesson, we will be learning about the Domains tab in our site settings. We will begin by logging into the Presero admin with the information provided to you. We will go to the sites, settings, and then we will go to the Domains tab. Each site you create in your Presero account has a domain settings window that allow you to manage any domain URL addresses that will be used with that site. Sites can have multiple domain address URL that the site can respond to, as well as a secure connection and redirect settings. This window allows you to manage different settings for the address for that site, including adding or removing address, setting the primary domain address, setting the site to be secure, etc. Setting up a domain address for a site. For a new domain address, you will need to enter your new domain address and click on Add New Domain. For example, I want to add and I will click on Add New Domain. In order to make this domain as a primary one, I can put a check mark on Set as Primary Domain. Now, the color you are seeing here is yellow, which means the site is HTTP and not secured. In order to make it secure, you will need to click on the padlock to make it green. Please make sure once you do this and click on Save, it will take 24 to 48 hours for the site to be fully secured. Let's take a look on Use Security Certificate for the domain. If this is enabled, the address will be set for HTTPS. If this is a new domain address, then the address will show an error for minimum 3 and maximum 24 hours before the certificate is completed. This can also be set at any time once the address is added to the site addresses. The domain address must be directing to Presero for a certificate to be requested. Please note, this checkbox is for adding address and will not stay checked. Using your temporary base domain. When your Presero account was set up, a temporary domain name URL was issued to you for addressing your sites on our servers. This follows the format of accountname.v6.chi.presero.com. This is for the Chicago users. If for Singapore, it will be .sg.presero.com, and for AMS, it would be ams.presero.com, and is shown in your initial account welcome letter as your temporary base domain. As you create sites on the Presero system, you will assign them a domain address on the Presero server using the temporary base domain address. The temporary refers to the fact that most clients will be use their site on the Presero system before making those sites live on their full custom domain addresses. A Presero site you create on a temporary domain address can remain on that address for as long as you like. As you create sites in your Presero account, you must create them as a variation on your temporary base domain using dashes, meaning that you might make two new sites and use addresses like first site mound.chiv6.presero.com, then second site.chi.v6.presero.com for a user on US Chicago server. Using dashes instead of the periods in the address will ensure that you can set those sites to be secure for ordering on the Presero.com domain. It is very important to use the temporary base domain value that was assigned to you on the Presero system. Please note, If you are using a custom domain here, you must have the DNS settings with your domain registrar pointing the domain to Presero in order for your Presero site to load at the domain you have entered here. For more information about the DNS settings value and other information for taking domain lives on Presero, please visit our support article that has all the information to go live. Redirect to the primary domain. If this is checked, all the non-primary domains will direct to the primary domain you have set here. Some important notes on the domains. www is called a subdomain. You can think of it as an apartment number in the apartment building. You can have as many subdomains as you want for your root domain. Subdomains can be whatever you want, but only letters, numbers, and the dash symbol are allowed in the subdomains. For more in-depth details of the domain, please visit our documentations on the domain at support.aln.com. Thank you for watching this video.